welcome back to our channel. Today is a Q&A time. This one is, what are you using for internet so you can work and do homeschool? Well, obviously she's not homeschooling.
No, but we have the same thing. We discovered when we started this adventure what we were going to do, because my husband at that time was working remotely for a large IT company. And so we looked into Starlink, we looked into lots of different things, and we decided to switch our phones. We were with a different carrier, but over to T-Mobile. And T-Mobile has their own towers. Now it's a little tricky with T-Mobile because when we were in St. George, they said that they were not covering that area, which in turn they did. So we had to use an address, our Caldwell address, and just using that address, we take our T-Mobile wherever we are. The only place we didn't take it is over the pond, obviously. So we just went throughout the whole country. Whenever we go, we take our T-Mobile. So up here in the mountains it works, in the Carolinas it works, in Hawaii it worked. We just don't take it overseas or in another country.
Yep. Same thing for me. So we have the T-Mobile tower. We use it for our home internet. So when we're not living in the trailer, we just put it in our home. I do wish that there's a way I could get 2 towers so I could keep one there when we're down there and one here, but we haven't figured that out yet. So, but that's what we use. Next question. Anything you regret not bringing when you, well, this one's specifically for me because this is my first year pretty much full-time RVing. So for me, anything you regret not bringing as of right now, I think the only thing I regret not bringing is my bread maker, but I could easily bring that. I can have my husband bring it up.
There's been several things.
What have you?
She's been several things that she felt like she could live without, and he brings it up. And so he says, do you remember, honey, we have to take all that stuff back down into our home.
Yes.
So
when you first moved in, what was one thing that you regret not having that you sold? Because she was living in a 700 square foot apartment, remember, and they sold it all and they moved into a trailer. So what do you wish?
But when that happened, we still had 3 storage units. And just last year, we got rid of the storage units. So, you know, I think the one thing is clothes comes to mind is because sometimes we stay in our RV in the wintertime and sometimes we don't. So we pack all of our clothes in the RV, and then when we travel or fly like over to Europe or the Carolinas, it's like, oh man, I should have brought that, but that's in the RV, or you know, things like that. So but the one thing I there's nothing really, it's just amazing once you start downsizing and getting rid of all your stuff. You got to realize we lived in a 3,000 square foot home. We downsized to 728 square feet, 1-bedroom apartment, had 3 storage units. From there, we moved into a travel trailer that was 26 foot. And now we've got the 5th wheel, which is almost 40 foot. And last year, we got rid of all of our storage units. So we're very comfortable with what we have. However, the one thing that was important to me, because it's so expensive and I hate laundromats, especially in small towns because they don't have those fancy laundromats, is a washer and dryer. Our RV is plumbed for a washer and dryer, but it adds that extra weight. And so in another video, we're going to show you what we did. There is a portable washer and a spinner. And not a dryer, but it's a spinner, and that seems to work out with small clothes. Now when we have heavy stuff, lots of, like we're going to do a lot of the blankets
and things like that,
quilts, then we go to the laundromat. But we'll do that another. So I guess as of this moment in time this year, the one thing I really missed was a washer and dryer, so we purchased this portable washer and spinner.
Great. I think I piggyback on the clothes thing. I think that's probably the number one thing I do miss, because I don't classify myself super minimalist when it comes to clothes, but at the same time, like, I have clothes, so I do miss not dressing like camping all the time. That is for sure. Okay, next one. This one we can both answer. What are your responsibilities as a camp host, and do you ever get days off?
Yes. We get 2 days off a week scheduled, but we work with our team up here. We have great camaraderie with one another. So if someone wants to take off a couple extra days, then we just cover their loop. So we do get 2 days off for sure. And the campground host responsibilities differ from state to state and from sometimes park to park. Myself, I do not want to clean bathrooms. My husband doesn't mind it. He has plunged many of public toilets here in the campground. I won't touch them, but I will go in and check and make sure there's toilet paper. I'll change toilet paper and I'll change the soap out. And if there's any problems with the bathrooms, then I text the ranger and they take care of it, or the summer crew takes care of it. I
Which
don't
is
touch
their job
that.
anyway. They get paid for it.
They get paid for it, So mainly we get up, and at 9 o'clock we go get a printout of a list, and we find out who's leaving that day, and we make our rounds and we clean that site. And checkouts at 1 at this park, check-in is at 2, but at this park they can come earlier if they want to. But again, that's by park. I know there's a particular park here in the state of Idaho, they will not let them in until 2. So what do we do?
So what we do is, when we do more than a lot of state parks, like to the fact, like even our bosses are like, why do you do that? But what's great about it is every single camper always like, you guys, this is just such a beautiful park. Thank you for taking care of it. So anyway, we do feng shui raking. So we rake the dirt or the pads, the tent pads. We sweep the tent pads, as in like the borders of it, so to make sure that the wood in the border is visible, so people put their tents on the tent pads. We wipe down the tables if they need to be wiped down. If mostly it's just brush it off. And we clean out the fire pits and pick up trash. Picking up trash is the biggest thing. I would like to say that there is not a trash concierge service here at this park, or poop concierge service, even though people think that there is.
Your nose has to work very well, because there's a lot of campers that will not pick up their dog poo-poo.
Yeah.
And so we have to go trampling around with our nose, smelling it, and pick it up. So please, if you have animals, please make sure you put it in a doggy bag and you dispose of it. And it's a funny thing with
Don't just put it in a doggy bag and like leave it out.
Leave it outside.
We won't pick it up.
Yeah.
You have to throw it away.
You have to throw it away. And one thing that when I first started and they started coming up visiting us is that trash. And so when you're always looking for trash. So you're in the car and you're going down the hill to Boise, which is 2.5 hours away. You see trash on the side of the road, and the conversations in the car, even with the grandkids, there's trash, there's trash, there's trash. You see trash so much, and you want to pull over and pick it up, but you just don't.
Yep. Okay, next question is, what do we do for church? So we go to different churches. Obviously, she's a part of a church and a life group that's in the Carolinas, while Tom and I and the family have a church. They're spending all the kids. Church that is local to us. But what's great with technology nowadays, and we talked about the internet, we get to watch church from our trailer on Sundays. So they do go and fellowship they've been invited to a couple of the local churches up here, and they know some of the people, so they've gone on Sundays, but for the most part they do their church on Sundays online, and we do ours online also. So
it works out. It's really good. And whoever's visiting us, we invite them to our front room for church. Because like I said, our church is in the Carolinas. We're online hosts, so we're online praying with people online and things like that. But we always televise it on our TV, so whoever is staying can attend church with us.
So the last question is, how often do we have to enforce camp rules?
Oh.
She likes to answer this. Because I would,
So I mean, we could make it a 24/7 to enforce camp rules. However, we are camp hosts and we do not enforce, we educate. So to answer that question, we never enforce, we educate. And if we can see someone that is breaking a camp rule, we'll educate them. And if they give us a hard time, or if they choose not to take the wisdom of the education that we are teaching them, then we call our ranger and they will come and handle the situation.
They're certified to enforce it. We're not. So that's why we can educate them and be as passive aggressive as we can. But if they don't listen, we're lucky enough that we could text the rangers and they can take care of it. And they're really good about that. So we don't have to worry about it. But anyway,
it's too dangerous nowadays.
Yeah.
To and with that, if there's a camper in the we aren't allowed to step into their campsite. And so we stay on the road, we stay visible, and we educate. And if they don't like it, now the rangers can step in and evict people, and they have evicted people before. So it's just very important, and I'm sure 99% of the people appreciate that. It's just that 1% that think that they live in the wild, wild west and they can come up and do anything that they want. But that is not true. There are still rules and regulations you have to adhere to.
I mean, because it's a state park, number one. And number two, safety. Number three is with this park, not all state parks, but this park in general is actually within city limits. So we can even get the city cops involved if we wanted to, because this is within the city limits. So, yeah.
And that's a good point. If anyone's watching and they do come up to this park, Ponderosa State Park at McCall, our quiet times are 10 a.m.
No, 8 a.m.
Oh, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sorry. So if there is a ruckus or loud after 10, you call the non-emergency number of McCall PD. They love coming out, and you will see them up and down through the loops because we are in the city limits. You have to have the dog on leash. That's the city law. 6-foot leash at all times within the campground. So, you know, we are within the city limits up here. Now, not all campgrounds are that way, but we are.
So if you guys have any more questions you'd like to ask us, you can go ahead and put them in the comments right now. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.